Hey guys, I'm here right now to show you how to do a custom paint job on your Xbox 360 controller the legit way. So first of all, we're gonna obviously need to take this baby apart, and to start out with that, we need to remove 7 screws that are all around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7 is behind the battery pack right there. Okay, so we're gonna start out by unscrewing this. And I just used one of these little the smallest flathead screwdriver I could find. And another helpful tool would be one of these things. I'm not really sure what they are, but they have like a little star tip, and I'm using the smallest one of that. But this is only if you don't have one of the T8 Torx driver screws or something like that. Yes, so now we're going to take this thing apart. Just kind of try to be careful as you can with the green computer thingy. And you gotta remove these little rubber thingies. And then this, you can take out the buttons whichever way you want, because you only go back in one way, so I'm not gonna mix them up at all. And the D-pad, when I paint my controller, I just leave the D-pad in because, I don't know, it's hard to take out for me. But if you really want to, just use a small screwdriver like this, just one of the Phillips or star tips, whatever you want to call it. And then you gotta pinch 2 little clips and pop it out. But I just tape over it whenever I'm painting. So next thing to do would be, this is what I did. I just grabbed some blue painter's tape like this, and I would mask off all inside here, these little buttons, just so no paint would get in there. You can do it without masking it off. It just, the buttons might get a little sticky when you put them back in because the paint got in there. Okay, so I'm gonna mask this off right now, and then alright, so this is one little mask thing right here, and I'm gonna show you how to do the other one. Oh yeah, one more thing. When you're taking out the screws from the back, since you don't, if you're using the flathead like I did, it's gonna take you a while because you have to maneuver it in there the right way and like kind of get in a little groove thing. So it took me like 2 hours to get all of them out. I don't know, it's pretty hardcore though. So yeah, don't worry about how long it takes you because they're not going to come out super fast or anything. So just take your time, maybe take a break so you don't throw your controller up against the wall. I don't know, whatever works for you. But yeah, so right now I'm just showing you how I like to mask it. I just take the sticky side, kind of curl it, then let it sit in there, and then just push my finger up against it. And just go all the way around, and then I do the bottom. Just kind of, it doesn't really matter how nice you stick it, just kind of stick it down there, just to cover up the hole so it doesn't drip through into the controller. Okay, so just kind of straighten it out a little bit. And then what I do just to finish it off, I cut off some of the excess. And then there you go. So no paint's gonna get in here and make the buttons hard to push down or something. So yeah, like I said, you don't have to do this step, but if you want to do a neat job and make sure your controller buttons work right when you put everything back together, this is what you're gonna want to do. Okay, so I have finished masking this off, and when you do this, you're going to want to do a little bit of a neater job. I just kind of did this quickly to show you. And also another little tip, when you're doing the buttons like this, just cut a normal piece of tape in half and get a screwdriver to kind of make it stick up against the walls. And alright, so once you're done with this step, you are pretty much ready to spray paint it. So this is the paint I used. It's Krylon Fusion for plastic. Make sure it says plastic. I know a lot of people are using Rust-Oleum, but the guy at my local do-it-yourself store said that this was the best paint to use because it bonds to the plastic like it says at the top of the can. So I'm gonna show you now my little paint station that I set up, that just to give you guys some ideas if you don't know where to paint or whatever. Alright, so